Hello, I am Archivist Asheron, and welcome to my study. And today, we have a bit of a quest that I have already been on for a little bit now, but have been thus far unsuccessful. But seeing as how we had better luck on stream getting the ninja shurikens last time, perhaps we will have better luck this time with this quest. So to preface, the quest to get to Dark Isle, which I've already done obviously on my main character with just a yellow jewel that we had lying around that I randomly found previously. But I then ran out of yellow jewels, I have no more. And that becomes an issue because both my archer and my void mage are on the precipice of going into Dark Isle. Like my archer imminently needs to go into Dark Isle because they're like at the level that they join the society, and my void mage is not quite there but is almost there. So we need some yellow jewels. Oh, hi Al, welcome in. So we need yellow jewels, and I've been looking for them for a significant amount of time. Let me log into the game here and make sure that this is actually picking things up correctly. I think it should be. Yeah, we should be fine. So essentially, I've been looking on the wiki a lot, doing a lot of research, trying to figure out which Verendi would drop these jewels the best, and I can't really seem to get to a definitive answer, because it seems like the numbers for these jewels and even where they drop and when they drop has changed over the years. So it seems like originally the yellow jewel was the highest level one, because if you look down the list at the of like all Verendi in the game and you sort it by level, you'll see that sure, the yellow jewel shows up pretty early, but it also, the highest level Verendi that drops jewels drops the yellow jewel, which would indicate that the yellow jewel is the highest level tier of jewel. Additionally, when it comes to the other jewels that you can turn in, the yellow jewel gives the highest reward out of any of them. But here's where things get interesting. The yellow jewel was later on used in gear crafting to make the Verendi Servant Essence, which is the lowest level essence. So why is it that the yellow jewel both drops off of some of the lowest level Verendi and the highest level Verendi, and is simultaneously worth the lowest level reward and the highest level reward depending on who you give it to or what you use it in? And it's very confusing because it doesn't seem like these guys should be able to drop the low level one, but they do. But anyways, all that's to say, how's our buff doing? Our buffs are fine for now. Why can't I use this? Oh, I can. That is weird. Okay, anyways, all that's to say, we need to go and kill some Verendi. Now, one place that I was finding to be pretty decent, let's see, it is recall, not Lifestone Sending. I got both of those thinking it would help me. It did not. Oh, and of course my armor buffs are running out because those are still offset. Why do I always do this to myself? Wait, didn't I unoffset it? Yeah, I did. Because I set it to like force buff, which means that it should have redone all of my buffs at the same time. Oh no, those are gifts. Those aren't the it's not Swordsman Bane, it's Swordsman Gift, which is the debuff. Okay. My brain did not register that correctly at first, because it just saw Swordsman. I was like, wait, why are my Banes running out? And then I saw Gossamer Flesh. I was like, that's not right. What does that mean? But anyways, over this way is the Lonely Fortress. This is where I was trying to kill some Verendi earlier. They didn't drop any jewels, but it seems to have a good number of them. It has the Prophatrix, which I don't know exactly how to pronounce that, but those guys, according to the wiki, let's see, they're level 115, so it's up here. Yeah, those guys are able to drop the purple jewel, red jewel, white jewel, yellow jewel, and the blue jewel. We just need the yellow one. but those guys can drop every color of jewel, and they're here along with executors, which, if I can find them, let's see, they are, yeah, they can drop yellow, white, purple, and red. So these enemies here should have the capacity to drop all sorts of jewels, but I just have not seen them do that just yet, because I have killed quite a few of them, and they just never drop jewels for me. Also, these guys, I don't know why. I don't know what is with them specifically, but slashing does almost nothing to them. Not even fire, as far as I saw. As far as I can remember, it didn't really do much to them either. So yeah, we're just gonna kill Verindi, and I might as well loot the shadows as well for, you know, extra shadow shards. You know, those are never bad to have stored up somewhere. But yeah, I've killed a lot of these guys, and to be fair, I haven't like farmed it for hours and hours on end just yet. Can I pull this other group too? That would be nice. But I have farmed it for probably at least an hour and didn't find it, which was very bizarre to me. Because I killed a lot of Verindi, and they just do not want to drop the jewel. Yeah, these guys are real tanky. And now he's buffing himself as well. That's just great. Now I do 11 to 22 damage. 9. 9 to 11 damage, it looks like, because 22 is the crit. That's great. Can we cleave this guy down? Thank you. Everything else dies so fast, and this guy is just invincible. I don't know what is with them. Like, even the higher level Verindi than these guys are pushovers, health-wise. Well, not health-wise, but armor-wise, at least. Maybe they're just very, you know, resistant to melee attacks. Because there are some enemies that do that. Although usually that's just through having high melee defense. This is just literally they take no damage. So I'm not sure what that's about. Just give me the yellow jewel. And if we find the yellow jewel with a bunch of time to spare, you know, like if I find it in the next 10 enemies or something, I can always just go back to killing Olthoi Rippers, because I still need one more piece of the ninja armor. And of course I could also just start on the quest to actually get my archer through to the next, you know, into Dark Isle. Because Dark Isle, you can't really do anything in a society without being able to access Dark Isle. That is like where all of the society quests are centered around at the beginning. So I really need to be able to get there. Not that I even know if my archer can survive on Dark Isle just yet. Okay, but without them buffing themselves, it's a bit more manageable. Can you stop just hiding behind the corner over here? You guys, like... No, they're not gonna group up for me. There's too many distractions in this room, like this altar thing. Okay, time to loot all these guys. Yellow jewel. Well, that's one. Finally. Okay, so they can drop them. I do have both my archer and my void mage that need to get to Dark Isle, so I'll probably continue clearing, hoping to find another one. You know, keep with this lucky streak. I'm telling you, when you stream, things actually drop. Just like with the shurikens, I could farm those for hours and get 0 shurikens, and then the second the stream goes on, I can get like 20 in a couple hours. It's so much more efficient. And same with here, you know, I farmed these guys for a long time. Well, not a super long time, but an amount of time. Get 0 yellow jewels. The second you start streaming, they just start throwing the jewels at you. Of course, there's hollow minions. I don't need to deal with you very much. We're just gonna move on till we see more Verindi. And this is even the lower level of the areas that I've been killing Verindi at. because I also went, uh, I didn't even know what was here, but I just saw on the map Chaos Verindi Cave, and I was like, hey, I need to kill Verindi. So I just ran over there and started to clear it out. And the Verindi there were actually pretty high level, so I had high hopes for getting some jewels there, but I found nothing, even after almost entirely clearing the place. But that's half of what we need. And it's so weird because the yellow jewel really is not a very impressive, trophy. It's pretty common, all things considered, and it drops off of relatively low-level enemies. But the thing is that it's the hardest one to get out of any of the things you need for Dark Isle flagging. Or is it even Dark Isle flagging? It might just be Visital Isle flagging. I don't quite remember. But you need both of those in order to get there, so it is what it is. I could also just go and do the flagging if my archer's even going to survive that. I hope they will. Though the archer's kind of in... They're in a weird state right now, where I feel like they're rather strong in some situations, but then other times they kind of just get obliterated by things. And it's really hard to tell. To be fair, I don't have any weapons rendered for them yet, so they obviously don't... They're not fully decked out as they should be. So let's, I guess, just go put this in the chest, and I'll hop over to my archer and we'll see if we can do the flagging, because we got a yellow jewel. I was gonna stick around and try to get a second one, but I would need to either wait for the respawn or go to the Chaos Verindi Cave, which the place was kind of scary. Because yeah, that place was filled with, what were they? They were the high level Verindi. Yeah, the Quidiox. I don't even know how to pronounce what that is, but they're the level 200. It says on the wiki 210, but I think that level value is a bit outdated. I think they were brought up to level 220 in an earlier patch, so they're approximately level 220, and that's kind of terrifying. So let's throw this somewhere in here. Put it with the other jewel over here. I do have some ranged weapons that I'm setting up to have tinkered all at once, but the issue is that I realized that I didn't have any mahogany. I have a lot of like brass and iron for melee weapons, but no mahogany. And apparently mahogany is what you need for ranged weapons to be tinkered correctly. So that's a thing. But we have the Pyreal bar here, which is one of the items I need. What exactly are the ones I need? I think it's a swamp stone, a Pyreal bar, the portal gem, which I have. I don't remember what it's called, but I have it. Let's see. Visible flagging. What exactly do you need? Yeah, yellow jewel, the Cesare's lair portal gem, the swamp stone, and a Pyreal bar. So I'm pretty sure we have all of those around here. We have the Pyreal bar in here, swamp stone in here, and I already have the portal gem on the archer, I believe. So that's good. I may need to go and get the archer buffed, which should be fine. But let's check. Their buffs are doing perfectly fine for now. I don't know if this quest is going to take more than 40 minutes, but... So yeah, we need to do a lot of things. This quest is always a bit odd to me. It doesn't take like super long, but it is kind of convoluted. So we'll try our best with that. I did not do the jump correctly. I started charging it up too early. Okay. It was interesting because it kind of looks like the archer has the full ninja set until you hit this and you notice, oh, those dark colored gloves are a little bit off. They have a slight green hue to them. Okay, so we have yellow jewel. And then I should already, yeah. I have the portal gem there. And then Pyreal Bar and Swampstone. There we go. That is good. Let's, we need to go to Ayan Bekur, which this should take us there. Travel to Airlanth. Oh, great. I don't have any good way to get there. Do I have D notes on this person? It's a D note, right? Yeah, I do have D notes. Plenty. That is good. Because we need to go, I think you talked to the Lugian? Right? Shuthoth. Yeah, I think that's the Lugian guy over here. And he should give us the Watcher token. There he is. Unless I already have a Watcher token. I remember I accidentally picked one up on someone, but I don't think it was this person. There we go. And now we go to Airlanth, which, let me see if I remember how we get there. You need to go Aljalima. Was Aljalima, right? Yeah, Aljalima. And then you go through the carved cave. And then the carved cave takes you to right outside Fort Tathana. And then you give the D note to the undead outside the crypt. And that guy'll spawn the portal to Airlanth, right? I think I'm remembering that correctly. Let me just double check before I start handing D notes to people. Let's see. Route. Candith Keep. The emissary when given a D note. Okay, yeah, it is a D note. That's good. Because, I would be worried that I would just hand him the D note and he's like, oh, this isn't the correct thing, but I'll take your money. No, you won't. Why would you do this to me? But yes, we should have everything we need. And if we don't, I will be upset. Let's just put that down with those. I have some rares with me. I probably should have put those in the chest. But that's fine. I'm still waiting to get some kind of a good rare, like a skeleton key or something of that sort. Ooh. Crystal. But yeah, the archer has been a bit of a struggle so far because when it comes to quest weapons, I've hit kind of an impasse. And I'm the kind of person that really clings on to quest weapons for as long as I can, even though they're not the most efficient most times. Generally, it's best to get a loot generated weapon that's really good and on the high end, and then fully tinker it out and then put a slayer on it. But overall, I haven't yet been able to do that because, as I said, no mahogany. So really, this is probably the best I'm gonna have for some time. I did also get the gear crossbow, which is good. It's decent, but only against things that you really. How do I get through this place again? I think I have enough jump skill. Let's see. It's this way, right? No, this way. Uh, but yeah, most things are not weak to lightning, so the gear crossbow is a little niche. Let's see if we have the jump skill for this. We do, just barely. Nice. We don't have lockpicking, I don't believe. Even though I have a lockpick. I think I used to have lockpicking on this character, but just not anymore. So we're going to take the keys, which... Can you even pick the locks in this dungeon? I don't remember. I don't think I've ever tried, because the keys are rather readily available. Let's see, is this locked? It is. Been a while since I've had to traverse this dungeon. But I believe this is the one that leads you to Fort Tathana, right? If this just takes me somewhere completely unrelated, I'll be sad. Ireland's Midlands. Oh no, Candith Keep. Fort Tathana you can get to through the... I always mix those two up. But yeah, Candith Keep is the one we needed to be at. And is where we sent ourselves to. So, that's good. And then we just need to give a D note. I don't know if it's going to care if it's in a stack or individual. Did it automatically stack them? It did. Dang it, Verindy Tank. AU, take the note. But yeah, hopefully 40 minutes of buffs is going to be enough. Well, 35 minutes now. Open the portal. Thank you. I couldn't really see what he said because the chat got filled up with "you evaded these things." So I was hoping that I didn't actually mess something up there. And we're here. Everyone loves Airlinth, right? Where am I supposed to be going now? We need to go... Is it this guy? Yeah. 87.3 north, 51.2 east. That's the one. So we gotta just go up this shoreline, which I think I'll stick closer to the shoreline to try to avoid some of the scarier enemies. Blighted Pyreal Golem. Not fun. But yeah, Airlinth, it's an interesting island. It's not my favorite, because I have died here many a times. I mean, the place is scary. Because, first of all, the Airfall quest is terrifying on its own. The enemies in the regular area are pretty high level, comparatively. And then what's even worse is, I need to stop moving to look at it, but up here, it's called a Pyre Skeleton Cave. There's literally graveyard level enemies in a cave on the island. At one point, I didn't look at what the name was, or maybe I did and was intrigued by what that meant. Because I was like, they wouldn't put graveyard tier enemies on Airlinth, right? Like, this place is probably at least 50 levels lower than that on average, because I think the things around here are like 160 to 180. That's just straight up 80 and 60. Oh yeah, and it has coral golems, which are only level 80, right? So yeah, these things are way lower level. And so a Pyre Skeleton Cave having level like 200 to 260, which is the range of levels that the Pyre Skeletons come in, is a little insane. I didn't expect that to be a thing. But I just kind of wandered in there. I was like, what's in here? And then I got punched in the face by a Pyre Skeleton. I did live, but I was not happy. To be fair, I had it coming, it being called Pyre Skeleton Cave, and me just not paying that any heed. But it seems very out of place that something so high level is just sitting on this island. Okay, then we give the Watcher token to this guy, right? Yeah. So give that to you. And it teleports us away. And then Devastated Flaticot Temple at the end of the dungeon is a portal to the Gatekeepers. Oh boy. Let me look at this dungeon real quick. Just double check that I actually know how to get through here. Oh boy. This place looks interesting. Is that... No, those are just ramps. Those aren't levers. That's good. Okay. We'll just wing it, and if we get lost, so be it. But I think I have the general layout of how this should go. And we should maybe probably be alright so long as our buffs hold up. Because remember, this armor has no self-buffing capability other than it buffs the armor. So, if we run out of buffs, we are completely screwed. Okay. This doorway. Trying to just use this map to, like, estimate where I'm going. Which is still very useful. but it only really shows you on a smaller scale. Okay, big room with lava. Yeah, that's fine. We just... Wisp. Wisp, can you stop being a jerk, please? Get out of here. I hate wisps. Ooh. Urson's Pearl. What does that mean? Endurance, huh? Nice. Well, that's good. Getting rares left and right. Of course, that's just another rare for me to potentially lose if I die in here. So that's not great. But, you know, we'll make do. Out of my way. Okay, it should be pretty straightforward from here. It looks like I just go this way and then up this ramp here. And then there's a portal on the left. There. Are you locked? No. Okay. First leg of the journey completed, right? Okay, and then this brings us to these guys. And we need to talk to Shemza. Who the heck is Shemza? You are Shemza. There's a speak to Shemza and then give the yellow jewel to them. Okay. I have worked hard for this yellow jewel. Masters of the portal carry a token of golden hue. A token that I would claim as mine own. Find it and deliver it? Yeah, I have it. There you go. Right, and then seek out the radiant crystal. So now we're into the second dungeon. Which might just be self-explanatory? Let's see, how high level are you guys? Still just 160. Okay, we're fine. Ish. Even though we've just hit 180, so we're not that much higher than the level 160s, but we're just going to assume that's fine. And this place? Suspicious torch? Nope. Really? And there are wisps here? I can barely even see them, and they're just spamming spells at me. I hate wisps. So much. This is a dead end, it looks like. Let me just look at this map and see if it has any insight for me. Ah, I see. I see what I must do now. We need to go to one of these side rooms, and there's a lever in here. It's this suspicious torch. Okay. I thought the suspicious torch next to the door would have been the one I needed to go through, but evidently not. I think it's this one? Yeah. You go down the hole, right? Probably. Then we go through to here. And eventually we'll need to kill all these guys because there'll be a crystal we need to deal with. So now that we're around this corner, most of the guys behind us aren't going to be able to follow us. Let's take out these guys. Can you stop volding me? Please. But yeah, for whatever reason, ghosts are a lot like Tuskers in that they kind of just override all other sounds, which is weird because, like, at least with Tuskers, you hear them thumping around and you understand, like, oh yeah, they're making a ton of noise. With these guys, they just make like a little background whooshy noise because they're ghosts. They don't really make a lot of noise naturally. And yet that slight noise just kind of deafens out any other noise that could possibly be playing. And it's really weird. Alright, well, I'm a little scared because these ghosts really want me dead. I just need to hope we can get one or two of them at a time. Can you stop debuffing me? I already have like every debuff under the sun. Kind of weird that their main attack is slashing, and yet their main weakness is also slashing. Okay, but we cleared those guys out. Other ghosts come on and die. Now, the only good thing about this bow is that it doesn't do that good a damage on hits, and it doesn't crit all that often either. But when it does crit, it pretty much just one-shots like that. It just one-shots anything that is at all weak to slashing. So that is one benefit of this specific bow. And also crystals are weak to slashing, which is a benefit. Though, I've never understood why. Like, I guess I've never tried to take a sword to a crystal before, but I doubt it would have much effect, right? Although maybe it's about, like, you're slicing at a very specific angle that kind of just breaks apart the crystalline structure. Because in theory... Oh yeah, and this breaks and drops shards all over the place, doesn't it? Maybe just one shard? Oh, they're just all in one spot. Okay. Stop debuffing me. Okay. That kind of jump scared me. Okay. Give the radiant shard to Lurza. Who's Lurza? Are you Lurza? You're Lurza. Alright, Lurza. Have a radiant shard. Bring the key to this fallen lord, and I will grant you passage. Which one is that? Is that the portal gem? Yeah. Portal gem to Lurza. Okay. Now, Lurza, their dungeon's a lot more straightforward, which is good. Okay, these are now eventually running out. Boy, more wisps. I had to do an entire... Well, I didn't have to. But I ended up doing an entire dungeon filled with wisps, and I was not happy about it. It was on my... Oh, Fintos Wasps. That's better. It was on my Void Mage, and they barely survived it. Like, they almost died probably at least 10 times. Is that acid? That is indeed acid. Not a fan of that. And the acid didn't do any damage to me, it looked like, but... Alright, now we're here. Killed it. Oh. Yeah, oh. 300 damage normally. 1,518 damage on crit. This bow is just absolutely insane with its critical modifier. Out this way. And then... we need to give the last... Let's see. Dazzling Shard to Demesne. It's not you. Who? Oh, that's you. I didn't even realize there was... I thought there was just those three. There's a fourth one hiding in the corner over here. I guess it makes sense because I brought 4 items. So we give you the thing. And then the Pyreal Bar. And now where do you send us? Okay, this one looks a little bit more... It's straightforward, but also a little bit more complicated than the last one. So we'll probably be fine. Bone Scourges. That's not great. Although, honestly, I'd take these over Ghosts any day. Because those Ghosts just spam debuff all the time. These guys haven't put a single debuff on me thus far, it looks like. Which I appreciate. Although slashing is not the best against skeletons. To nobody's surprise. Though it's not as bad as piercing, if I remember correctly. I mean, if you try to pierce a skeleton, you kind of just go right in between, and we're back to ghosts. Because of course we are. Yeah, this is just a death sentence if I stay here. Let's attempt to cut some of these guys off. At least strain them through a little bit. Because with that many of them, and being vulnerable, that just opens yourself up to being shot down. Because once again, I think I've explained it before, but the main issue with spells in Asheron's Call when it comes to late game soloing things is that you get to a point where each enemy has their own built-in spell timer where they'll only fire at you a spell every certain duration. And that makes it so enemies can't burst you down super quickly before you have a chance to heal. And I like that system. That's a good system. The issue becomes if you have like 10 enemies on you, each one has their own cooldown. And that's not good. Because that means that you can get hit by like 2 or 3 spells in just a matter of a couple seconds. And if you get 2-shot by the spells, well, that's kind of a problem. So you gotta kind of space out the enemies a bit, or else you're just gonna get completely overrun. But hopefully in the late game I'll be able to counteract that by maybe getting some like legendary elemental wards. One can hope. Okay, get another gem. And this should be the last one. Because now we go to the last guy. Who was it? We started with an R, right? Rujun. Okay. And that's you. Alright, Rujun. And then you take the Swamp Stone. And he sends us somewhere. Where are we going now? Is this another dungeon? To a small island. Oh, it's this part of the quest. Right. We talked to this guy and he's like, kill all the water dudes. Where are the water dudes? Hopefully they like slashing. Or hopefully they don't like slashing. Because I don't have much else for them right now. Oh, you only need to kill 5. Kind of nice. But hopefully pretty soon I'll be able to tinker my own weapons. And get to a point where I'll have a variety of elements that I can use. Rather than just slashing. And possibly electric. But overall, this weapon's just better. Even than the gear crossbow. Because you see, sometimes you get that where you just one-shot 2 enemies in a row. And life is good. And then other times you get no crits at all, and you do really crappy damage. Okay, and we just talk with you again? Right? Speak to the Flame Guardian. Speak to the Guardian again when done. Okay. Now we're sent to another place. Abandoned Mines Mirror. Similar to Subway. I know... Well, I know how to get to the bottom of a regular subway. Is this the same? I guess it is. I'll just go down to where the portals are. I don't know if that's the only way to go down through this place, but... Actually, do I remember it? I think I do. Yeah, no, we went the wrong way. I think we went down the wrong ramp in the first place. Because I was looking at this, I was like, that does not look exactly correct. I think I was supposed to go down this ramp. Go down this way. And then left. Yeah, that's definitely more what I remember. To be fair, I have not been here in eons. And there's supposed to be, I guess, a boss at the bottom. Hey. Although this is kind of scary. I am no longer as happy about this as I was. I don't think I want to fight that guy right now. We need to fight off all his goons first. These are some beefed up undead miners. Like the original undead miners are just like level 5. Now these guys are like what, 160 or something? Yeah. Just try to keep that health topped up. Oh, I thought you would die in that shot. Okay. There you go. Now we have, that is not the enemy I want to be fighting. This guy. You have those crits, 700 damage crits. Very nice. Okay, blinding blow. I don't really need unbalancing blow right now. Ow. Do you really have to slash vuln me? Ow. I'll just use one of those. Man, I really shouldn't back myself in corners to the point that I can't see the enemy. Not even giving me any kind of surge or regen or anything. This is very unfortunate. Let's see, I'm hitting him every time, and I did get unbalancing blow. Let's attempt to hit him a little bit lower. Try to maximize our DPS here. Ow. So we can kill him before he does more of that to me. Okay. Keep shooting low. Keep unbalancing blow on him so we can shoot him quicker. He's almost there. His crits are working wonders. Ow. Did he drop anything? Nope. Literally nothing. Okay. They open a portal. This way. Okay. A little scary. Oh, to another island. Oh bye. Water Guardian, what do you have for me? Let me guess. Kill fire guys. It's a nice island they got here, but I don't know. Seems a bit weird that the fire guy wanted me to kill water golems, and now the water guy wants me to kill fire golems. I feel like I'm just, I don't know, like aiding in some kind of race war or something. I don't think that we want that. It seems like, and I'm playing both sides of it too. Like this is not moral at all. And what are they doing on these two different islands separated by a bunch of ocean? You'd think that would give water a bit of an advantage, right? Because there's water everywhere. But what do I know? Nah, it's all 5. Okay. So we go and talk to the guy again. He should send us somewhere else, I think. I think we're near the end. I hope so, because our buffs are not going to be lasting much longer. A watery token. Okay. Give the token to the Watcher of the Deep. You're now flagged for Visital Island. Oh. Was that it? Did I win? Hey, 181. Alright. The Isle of the Deep is yours, and all grows quiet. Okay. That's good. So, is that... How do I now get flagged for Dark Isle? Let's see. Because that was only the... like, preemptive quest for the Dark Isle flagging. And this one... Duh. You have to fight those guys. I remember this one now. because you need to go to the mucker nest, and this, yeah. Although, wait, no, it's piercing that is good against muckers, not slashing. If only I was able to rend my piercing Ataladdle. That would be so nice. But for now, let's go to Visital, because we just got access to this place. And, you know, might as well use our new privilege of being able to be here. Let's see. So yeah, we need to go through that nest there in order to start the Dark Isle flagging. But let's head to the village here. I don't think there's a life stone on this island. Right? Oh, no, there is. Okay, we will set our regular life stone here. Just so we can get back here easier. And then we'll need to go and rebuff. It's outside the village. I don't think I've ever used this life stone before. I always lifestone myself on Dark Isle, but never on Visital. But we did it. That is good progress right there. So Deep Mucker Nest, let's go get rebuffed real quick. So I need to go, I don't remember where I left the person. Probably Iraq. Well, this character starts heading that way. I'll open my other account. Log them in. Head this character over to Iraq. Probably put on the bow there. Go to my other Asheron's call. Okay, they're in Holtberg actually, so I'll send them to Iraq and then start up the buff bot thing. You know, it is nice to be able to buff my other characters with one of my own characters, but it is a little bit of a hassle. Mainly because the buff bot system is made to be like, you set it up and then it stays running for hours on end. So every time I boot it up, it tries to like rebuff itself, even if its buffs are still like fully working, because it's trying to prepare for like hours and hours of buffing, but it doesn't have to do that. So let's see. Okay, now we've set that to do its thing. It's gonna rebuff, and then it's gonna be ready for our command, and then we'll tell it missile, and then it will it'll do what we need it to do. Because yeah, this character can't self buff, so this is the best we can hope for here. AU missile. And it of course takes like twice as long to get buffed as opposed to buffing yourself, so this is gonna be a minute, but that's fine. In the meantime, I'm gonna look at this mucker nest. So first of all, barbaric mucker, not fun. Not fun at all. Hopefully slashing does well. Technically their weaknesses are piercing and bludgeoning, but generally if something's weak to other physical damage types, it'll also be weak to all three of them to some degree. So let's hope that holds true. So we'll need to make it through all the convoluted halls of the nest, and then we need to kill the ward guardian, which, how tough is that guy? I don't know, it's not telling me. How tough is the ward guardian? There it is. Level 180, 5,400 HP. Probably not fun. Probably cast spells, and apparently they ignore shields, which doesn't really affect us because we don't use a shield. But should be fine. Should be alright. Maybe. And if we're in a sticky situation, we'll either die horribly or be able to use one of our Aphislassal portal gems. Which might be, usually I can get myself out of trouble with those, but yeesh. But I do remember these guys have high melee attack skill, which is not fun. But let's hope that all just goes smoothly. We're almost done buffing, I think. They're almost there. Just need to do the weapon buffs after these swirly buffs here. Oh. Don't you be fizzling. Okay, and the buffs are done. And I can turn off the macro and log them out. Because why waste their mana and resources having them logged in? Okay, now we need to go back to Lifestone, which takes us back to Visital. And then we go into the Deep Mucker Nest, which I think that's fine, right? Oh. Nope, we don't need to be here. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure there isn't another step. There is another step. There's most certainly another step. We need to go to Bandit Castle. But that's fine. We'll be right back. Let's see. So how do we get to Bandit Castle? Is that just Nope, that's one of the ones that isn't in the town network. So we need to go. We could go Might Maze. How close is Might Maze? Is probably the easiest one to get to than Yotzfang. So let's head to Might Maze. And this guy's up in the mountains. I think it's north of Bandit Castle, so we're gonna not just be going straight to the castle. We need to actually go away from it. Go here. Where's the Bandit Castle portal? There. I've made this run so many times though. Not to this portal, but out to this guy for the quest that you get in Glendenwood that I recently-ish learned about. But this character specifically has done that run a million times, so this place is quite familiar. And of course there's all these Madakars that sometimes I kill because they can drop their claws. Even though I already have. Hey, see? Right there. I'm telling you. You're on stream. You get all the lucky drops. But these are pretty rare. Relatively so. I killed a lot of Madakars to get 2 of those so I could get a mansion someday. But now I have a 3rd one. So that's nice. You can never have too many. Except I guess you could. Because you only use them for like a couple things. But you know, it is what it is. So we gotta make a left here soon. I'll take us into the Bandit Castle area. Then I'm gonna need to search on the map for where this person is. And that'll flag us to go into the Mucker Nest. And then hopefully we don't die horribly and painfully, which we probably will. All things considered. You know, I would give us a 45% chance of survival. Slightly less than half, you know? But technically this this armor here, this where is the guy? But this ninja armor is actually surprisingly a lot stronger than ancient armor is overall, even when buffed, I believe. So Is this them? No. I don't know where they are exactly. I'll just get their coordinates. Because I don't know where they are. It says north of Bandit Castle. It didn't look like there was much north of Bandit Castle, but, you know, we'll just go with that. Oh, so they're just hiding next to that portal. Okay. Let's go around the castle itself, and then up the mountain. Talk to the person. That'll flag us for the nest. How you were supposed to have known to do this in the first place, I'm not sure. I do think maybe it gives some hints on Visital itself in regards to the portal, but there's also somebody in Bandit Castle that that it says you can talk to for lore. So I assume that person will talk to you about the NPC up here and possibly about Dark Isle and the Mucker Nest. Because there's a lot of this stuff that, like, you know, I just kind of follow the wiki because that's how I enjoy playing the game. But when it comes to the first people to ever, like, pioneer this kind of stuff, how did they ever figure it out? Ooh, crystals. But it's like, how did they ever figure out, like, what was where and how and when and why to do quests? And, like, even when it comes down to, like, a specific dungeon, just like, oh, you need to flip these levers in this certain specific order, and there's like 20 levers in the dungeon. It's like, how much trial and error did these people do to try to get that right? Because without any other resources telling you how to do it, that would take like an hour of trial and error to get that down. Okay, lots of crystal stuff. That's very nice. Lucky find right there. Not that I need crystal stuff or anything currently, but you know, it's always good to stockpile it for a rainy day, I guess. I don't know, because as far as I know, you really just use those for shadow armor, right? And I'm pretty sure shadow armor's essentially, even the new shadow armor, is pretty much just eclipsed by explorer armor and everything. So I don't really see why I'd get shadow armor, but maybe someday. Might as well. I don't know, maybe I'll just want to have a set of shadow armor for the heck of it. Because, you know, having one of each set of armor is pretty nice. Because then any character you're leveling up you'll have a set for them. Alright. You give me the flagging. As was promised, my master opened the way to Dark Isle. However, the Mucker have reacted quickly, raising wards around the isle to stop us from gaining access to it. Yeah, on Visital, there's a Mucker Nest. Go there, find a way to bypass the wards and gain entry. Can do. Maybe. Can maybe do. I shall try my best, though. Luckily, the nest seems to be pretty close here, so don't have to worry about a long trek or anything of that sort. You know, I kind of wish that I had a reason to do more quests and stuff on Visital. I don't think that I've ever really done a lot there. It seems like an interesting place to be. So let's see. We start here. We need to go left. And down there. It's all pretty linear from there. And then from there, we'll just wing it. And hope we don't die. So we go left. That's all I need to know. Let's see. Do you guys do damage? Evaded. Ugh, they debuff. And I know that they have war spells. Oh, and there's Rooshk. Nice. Although until I get a nice fire undead slaying weapon. I don't think those Rooshk are going to be incredibly easy. I don't anticipate that slashing does great against Rooshk, especially undead Rooshk. Ow. That's just rude of you. He like just barely sees me coming down the hallway and just immediately throws a war spell in my face. Like, is that how you treat your guests? Like, I am a guest here in this here house of yours, and you are treating me very rudely. I'm going to have to speak to your manager. Probably running fast. I have to. Look how much damage these guys do. Probably because they're vulning me all over the place. Not a fan. Let's see. We go out here. Right. This is the room I think we need to clear out. I haven't gotten... I do have cold vuln. That is not great. Oh, but I killed that guy pretty quick. Probably because of big crits, as always. Why are you trying to nullify my magic? I'd appreciate it if you didn't. Alright, can I kill these guys through the window, maybe? Hit the environment. Hit the environment. Maybe you, because you're actually in melee range and trying to hit me. Ow. And I've locked myself in place. And I ran out of this thing. I'm glad that I was behind a barrier, or else I would have probably died because I'd run out of healing kits there. Let's double up on those. So I can't seem to shoot through this barrier. Maybe if I shoot high, it'll shoot above it? Oh, it did. I don't do much damage to him, though. And now he's behind the barrier. Can you stop? I'm trying to cheese you. And crits are only for 400. This is gonna take a while unless I get some... I'm getting good crits. Okay, never mind. Gonna be over quick, I guess. But yeah, slashing does not do as much damage as I was hoping. Okay, but that'll be one of them gone. Do I even need to be in this room? Technically, no. The next room is the one that has the big boss. But what am I gonna do if I can't even kill these guys very effectively? Let's see. Maybe they can't open doors. And I can just hide behind here. Oh, there's another one here. Okay. Okay, but you're... Ow. Get rid of the vulns. Select the actual guy. Shoot him in the face. And he vulns me again. Why must you do this? I can't believe you've done this. Okay, but with Blinding Blow, he's not hitting us as often, which is good because he hurts a lot once you get vulned. So just keep blinding and traumatic assault on him, and hopefully he'll just never hit us again, and we can just skate through this. Ow. Ow. Stop it. You're so rude. Okay, moving on. And that's just the regular guy. Do you pull? I hope not. Can I just like skirt by you? Nope, nope, you pulled. Oh, and you're not one of the fun ones. You are one of the... Ow. Ow 2.0. Okay, but we got Blinding Assault on you. Hopefully that works well for us. I remember these guys are a little scary. Let's try to get Bleed on you just to kill you slightly faster, because I do not do good damage. You think Electric would be better? Probably not. Also, wasn't... I don't know why this came to mind, although I kind of do. Wasn't Mr. Electric the guy in that one clip where he's just like, Mr. Electric, have him sent to the principal office and have him expelled? That kind of thing. Wasn't that his name? just saying the word electric just fired off some neurons that popped that scene into my head for no good reason. Okay, let's clear debuffs again. We have plenty of those. Now, the wiki has said that you can jump up onto this door frame here, and he cannot hit you, but you can fire down at him. But maybe that's in the next room. We shall experiment. Aha. Ow. So hopefully this works well. This might be a long fight, because we can't even hit him very consistently like this. Let's not be standing at that. Let's stand kind of in the corner here. Yeah, so he doesn't run around as much. Okay, now we kill him. He's even evading sometimes when I'm at full accuracy. This guy is no joke. But we just need enough crits, and we'll get there. Where did that bolt even come from? It looked like it came in from the side. That's fine. He's just one dude. I don't think he'll be able to send enough bolts to kill us consistently. Especially if we keep blinding blow on him. And Surge of Regen on ourselves. He's kind of cooked. I don't think he can beat us. We are too cheesy. Although now I kind of feel like I'm just Morg at this point. just sitting above all the enemies, shooting down at them like like she did in Elden Ring. But you know, it's nice to sometimes just cheese your way through things. That's one of the strengths of being an archer / mage in this game. There's a lot of enemies you can just stand above and kill them. Like in the Saving Asheron quest, if you can just stand above the enemy and shoot down at them, you've increased your chance of survival by a slight amount. Even though the scariest thing they have is their war spells anyways, so doesn't really help. But, you know. Alright, first half of the dungeon is done. Second half, oh, this isn't nearly as long though. That's good. Are there any muckers in here? Or just Rooshk? I hope it's just Rooshk. I seem to remember in, Reefkul, I think it was? I was playing through this whole sequence. I think it was this one. I don't quite remember, though. But I seem to remember that these guys had a bug on the server at that time where they would drop the Dark Isle trophies. And I actually ended up reporting that to the people who ran the server, because it's like, if each one of these kind of wimpy Rooshk in this dungeon... Oh, you guys are not Rooshk. I'd like the wimpy Rooshk back, please. How much damage do I do this? Ow. Not enough. I think killing this guy first is the only option. Unless I can get him stuck. Here's the plan. We get him to follow us this way. We get him stuck somewhere. He de-aggroes. Right. Gonna give him a loop-de-loop. Nope. Come on. Come over here. I don't know, maybe cast a spell or something. Get stuck on that wall. Okay, thank you. Did he just glitch out of there? He did. He glitched out of the little hidey hole I shoved him into. That's very rude of you, you know? Now I have to kill you. And that's gonna be very painful for both of us. Mainly me. So, you know, I hope you know what you put me through, Mr. Mucker Man. Ow. Although luckily they shoot streaks instead of full bolts, which is very nice. I feel like all enemies should shoot streaks instead of bolts, because they can shoot instantly. So they shouldn't have the power of a full concentrated bolt with the cast time of a streak, like most enemies do. These guys actually make a bit more sense. Alright, he's gone. Didn't drop anything good. Unless that crossbow's good, but I kind of doubt it. No, it's sucky. It sucks. Get it out of here. And the question is, does this have any missile defense? No. None at all? None at all. Okay. Freaking assault rifle time. Just full auto bow, I guess. That is probably the best thing about being an archer, is when something just has no missile defense like this thing, or certain doors in the game, like in Gaerland Citadel. You can just full speed that, and it never evades you. You just pump out thousands of damage a second. It's very nice. All right, portal. Let's keep our bow out, because I don't remember where this drops us. Is this just the end? Do we win? I win. I am here. All right, and we are definitely just setting our life stone immediately to this. Thank you. Ah, the good old familiar Dark Isle landscape is not good to be back. Okay. We have one final thing we can do, which is I need to go. I actually need to go to the graveyard, don't I? I think I do. But first we need to go to Zykal, I think. I'll just go off memory. If this is wrong, then we'll be lost and I'll look it up. But if I remember correctly, then I will look slightly cool to nobody but me. And it's worth it. So you go through here. How do we get to graveyard, though? That is something I do not remember. So there's you here. I think you can give a book. But I think the person that I want to talk to is in Zykal. I don't even know if I need to talk to them. I don't think I do. Let me attempt first just going straight to the recruiter over here and see if we can just start the quest. But I do think there's someone in the city that'll give you a book that tells you about the 3 different factions or something. I don't know if that's a prerequisite or if you can just go straight to the source. Greetings, my name is this person. Blah blah. You should learn more about the societies. Go to Jondor Torgrin in Zykal. Yeah, that's what I thought. What kind of name is Jondor? I don't know. No offense to any of the John Doors out there, but what kind of a name is that? Oh, look, it's John Doe. I wasn't talking bad about you. So let's see. Perhaps you could help me help a simple scholar. I've been told that strange landscape formations have appeared around the Empyrean graveyard, and that scouts from mysterious new secret societies have taken up positions at those sites. There are scouts of these formations in the north, east, and west of the graveyard. Blah, blah, blah. Go to the graveyard. Okay, how do we get to the graveyard again? I know that my higher level character is bound there, it has a portal tie there, but I don't know if it's too hard to get there regularly, I'll just, you know. That looks a little complicated. Let's see if my higher level character is still bound to graveyard, because I don't think they have the graveyard portal yet, or the graveyard recall. So we will see if we can just send ourselves there through you. Let's see. Nope, Egg Orchard and Bellis. Of course, I switched it up. That is unfortunate. So we're definitely wanting to set one of your ties to there then, just so we have somebody tied to graveyard. So we need to go Huaizhou to Halls of Meadows. Okay. So it's wanting me to go from Yanxi through some settlement portals. I don't know why. Because I already know how to get to Huaizhou. So where are these coordinates taking us? It's taking us here. So that takes us through Halls of Meadows here. That's nowhere near Huaizhou, though. Oh, maybe that might be a secondary entrance to that Halls of Meadows. Okay, well we'll go there. I don't know what's there. I don't think I've ever been there before, but we'll test it out. So now we go into here. We need to go to Yanxi, which is across the hall. And then we want the settlement portals, which are way up here. And then from there, we will want to go to Imuth Mare cottages. And it's a bit of a run. And it's probably a bit of a run to there anyway. Like, yeah, the nearest cottages are not that close to it. But we'll trust it that this is the fastest way. Broken fragment. Nothing. Worth a try though. I'm pretty sure the broken fragments can drop like the cracked shards, right? Probably. If they can't, then I've been killing all those broken fragments for all the wrong reasons. Because I always kill pretty much any crystal or shadow enemy I see just in case they drop some of their loot. But those ones don't really. I think they might very, very rarely drop one of the lowest level shards. But I'm not certain about that. Imuth Mare Cottages. Kind of a weird name, but you know. We head this way. And it says behind portal behind a fake wall, so I guess there might be a fake wall in there somewhere. Probably in that bunker there. There's another one of you. Nothing. Oh, and a shadow as well. Oh, but I did just recently get, let's see, augmentations. So I've gotten the crit augmentation because that has saved my hide more times than I can count. That is a super useful augmentation. Even though it doesn't seem like it, I mean, 25% of crits just being reduced down to normal damage again doesn't sound like a lot. But there have been multiple times where I'll be at like low health and I'll see briefly in chat that something that it like stopped one of the crits from hitting me. And it's like I would have died if I'd taken another crit there. So I don't know. It's just more efficient than the numbers seem to indicate it would be. And I've gotten the imbue one. That's the one that I was trying to talk about there, because I mean it is just a 5% increase, but going from what is it, 30? Is it 33% up to 38% or 32% up to 37? I don't remember. It's one of those. But it is a significant increase. Is it down here? On this wall? Yes. Oh, Halls of Meadows. Why Joe? So if I go out the surface portal, let me, let's see, what? Oh, you're already tied to Withered and Thrungus. I don't think I need either of those, really. Because Withered, I used to go there to try to get some XP, but manually farming there isn't nearly as efficient as I thought it might have been. So I can probably overwrite that one. I think this is the one I need. Oh, thank you for the follow, Bear. Let's we need to reinscribe this. Let's see. Primary graveyard. Possibly. I'm hoping the surface portal is the correct one I'm supposed to be going to. I think it is. That's usually how it works when you go into the Halls of Meadows. Yep. This is the place. Then you go this way. Even though, yeah, no, this is the right way. Then you just run along these cliffs for 10 years and you get there. And then I don't remember which one I'm supposed to be talking to. Because I know that there's 3 different NPCs with 3 different quests, each one introducing you to a different society. Do I need to do all 3? Let me see here. Introductions? I think that was the... No, that's that's the patch that the quest came in, not the quest name itself. I think it's like... I do think it's called, like, Introduction to the Societies, though. No, it's not popping up either. Let's just do societies. Yeah, and we're almost there. Once you pass to this, you know you're pretty close to the graveyard. Down there is actually, yeah. Down here is where one of the quests are. I don't know if it's the right one. I need to do my research here. Let's see. Investigate the factions. That was it. So I think you can do each of these if you want, but you only need to do the one that you're trying to get into, which for me is Radiant Blood. But let's see. Yeah, around the Blight Revenants, which I think is here. This should be it, right? No, those are rats. Well, I'm at the south part. Right, or not the south part. I guess this is technically the north part. Right, so I saw the big black part of the ground and thought that it was the northern, or the other side of the graveyard down here. I don't know why I think this is north and this is south when it comes to the graveyard, but that's just how I've always envisioned it. Probably because the main base of operations is up on this side, so my brain always just saw that as like the top of the graveyard. But who knows? Then we're gonna head down there. I think right over here. Well, that's Kosutemo. Is that who we need? No, we're supposed to be talking is on the east side. Yeah, that's the east side. There's the Blight Revenant pit. We're supposed to talk to Jawach ibn Janath, east of the floating platform. Well, who knows? This is the Blight Revenant pit, so I know that's where I'm supposed to be. Do you think we can make the jump? Probably not. I don't think I invested too much in the jump skill here. Ooh, maybe? Oh, just barely. Oh, made it. All right. Hi. I don't actually need to be up here. I just wanted to see if I could make it. Alright, so then we go this way, which is on the east side of the graveyard. How are our buffs doing? Fine for now. Got some shadows here, which I shall slaughter, because they drop good shadow stuff, and they're kind of in my way. Nothing. Alright, you're fraternizing with some shadows over here? How dare you? I shall kill them all and steal all of their shadow stuff. Slashing's not really even good against them. They're just wimpy. Or maybe I'm just critting every attack. I don't know. I don't think so, but you can't discount the possibility. Alright, so you are the right guy. I think the map might be wrong here. Because, yeah, it says this is where Kuso Temu is supposed to be. And I don't know where they... Yeah, they have the guy I was supposed to talk to up by the Blight Rat Bunker. But they got the NPCs switched around. That's pretty interesting. Hey, dude. Ah, the Arcanum Scholar sent you to find out what you can for me, huh? Prove yourself worthwhile to me and my superiors. Down this pit nearby is a foul disease creature known as the Blight Lictor. It is a symptom of the contamination that is creeping across the land. Bring its head to me, and I'll give you a letter of introduction. Okay, so basically, there's a bunch of liches in here. Well, not liches, revenants, and you gotta find the specific revenant. It's like, where's Waldo? Except Waldo looks exactly like the other ones, just has a different name tag on. There he is. I'll just shoot him and probably pull the entire place to me, which is not smart. I am probably making a mistake. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's like a friggin' look-alike get-together that I just interrupted here. Oh, he's taller than the rest. That's what sets him apart, I guess. He's just like, nah, I'm not like those losers. I'm tall. Look at me. Okay, they don't seem to be able to do anything to me, so that's a bonus. You know, I probably could have killed any of these guys and brought you their head, and it would have looked exactly the same. But thank you. Okay, we got a letter of introduction for the Radiant Blood. And for, 30 mil a pop, I think you can do each of the other ones, but I don't think I care enough. Because that would entail running around the graveyard, and I don't want to deal with that. At this level, I mean, I am barely getting to the point where I might be comfortable going on Dark Isle and doing stuff. I am certainly not at the point where I would ever be comfortable enough going through and trying to do stuff at Graveyard. Except maybe just the fetch quests. Like the one where you turn in the bag of something to the guy in the dungeon and you just need to run past all the graveyard rats. Or the other one where you gotta use the etching paper or whatever to on the stone at the end of the white layer. Maybe those ones I'd be comfortable with, because you don't actually have to kill anything. You just need to run really quickly and hope and pray that you survive until you get the quest done and you can teleport out. So, those might be possible. But other than that, I am not touching the graveyard just yet. Place is scary, especially at night. Alright, Mr. Introduction person over here, take my letter. And then we will officially be part of the Radiant Blood, just like my higher level character. And all will be well. Here you are. Don't know what to do with that. Do I need to go give it to the other person? Dang it. I thought that would be good enough. Let's see. Representative of the Radiant Blood in Ironbecker. Okay. I thought we would need to go give it to the person that gave us the quest in the first place, but evidently it's in Ironbecker. Which I probably would have known if I'd read it. What does it say? The person who brings you this note has proven quite useful to me in the matter of the Blight Lictor bounty. I may have had some trouble collecting the head without such assistance. I feel that this fellow, Asparian, has proven to be courageous and skillful in the field and may be worthy of an of introduction to the Radiant Blood someday. When we are ready to make our bid for primacy in Dareth, perhaps it would behoove you to share a copy of our tenets with this person. Okay, well, I guess we gotta find a person in Radiant Blood armor around Ironbekur. I don't know where they might be. Are you them? Undercover as an ivory crafter? How diabolical. Yeah, I have no idea. This is where all the Scriveners are. It's probably not he, but he might be on the roof. I don't know. Maybe he's hiding among the mage folk. Nope. I like your robe. It's a lot more fashionable than what the regular Scriveners wear. I appreciate you. And yeah, I could just look up his location, but you know, might as well tear the entire city apart until I find who it is first. And then if I can't find them, then we resort to that. Which is, it's kind of weird because the Eldritch Web guy is just standing right out in the middle of the street. But I don't think our guy is. Because I don't see him. But I assume he'll be wearing... Oh, there are people just holed up in the basement. Why are you guys stuck in the basement? What do you do? Mr. Eric, what are you about? Oh. So this is that's the guy that that makes it so you can not lose your buffs on death. He's the augmentation dude. You're not him. You're not that guy. Let's see. Nope. Okay, where the heck is he? Where's the guy? It's not telling me. Okay, here we go. I think. Copy. Paste. You're this way. You know, I'm still not fully convinced it's not you, Ivory Crafter, but you know, we'll get back to you someday. Oh, it's you? No, it can't be. No, it's not. I was gonna say it says it right here, and you're here, but you don't have the armor, so that's not you. There was another one of you in the basement. Another one of you as well. Wait. Oh, increases crit chance? Okay. Then what are you about? Why is there two of you? Because someone with the same outfit and same dagger. Okay, they're also an augmentation person. Hi, are you the Radiant Blood person? You're not really wearing the armor, but you have the tabard at least, so I'll trust you. Okay. We did it. Because, see, this guy's actually wearing, like... Actually, no, he's not. I thought he was wearing, like, the official Eldritch Web armor, but no, he's just wearing generic black armor. Interesting. Okay, now what do I do? Take whatever books you get back to the guy in Zykal. Okay. Can do. How much XP do you get for that? Oh, okay. So in theory, you could get baseline without any, you know, server-based XP increases. You could get 13.7 mil from each of the quests in the graveyard, and then about 7 mil for turning in each of the tenets books. So can I mean, he copied stuff down from it. Does that mean that I win? Do I talk to you now? I see you've aided this guy in Zykel and met with our recruiter and Ian Bakur. If you wish to join our society, then I have a task for you to prove your commitment. In the swamps of Middle Osteth, there is a cave, and that cave is the entrance to the corrupted catacombs. Search around these coordinates, you'll find the entrance. In those catacombs, you'll find a corrupted mana shard. Retrieve the shard and bring it to me. Your test will be complete. Man, it's just one test after another, I tell you what. And all this just, I couldn't have done any of this if I hadn't found that yellow jewel. Started all this. Let's see, how do I get there exactly? Let's see. We could go North Sawato Villas. It looks like that's the quickest way, so to Sawato. I think that's over here somewhere in the back. Yeah. You don't have to go here very often. I don't think I've been to this town in a long time, frankly. Or no, I've been here somewhat recently. There is, I think, 3 quests here that I know of. I just didn't recognize the name as much as the layout. The one quest is that there's all those mossworts that seasonally appear in this area, and if you kill them, you get those kind of overpowered melee weapons that they drop. There's another one that is, let's see, it was the bandit quest, the one where they give you the mask. I forget what it's called, but yeah, there's that quest, and there's part of North Swanna Villas. That was the one I needed, right? Yeah. And then there was another one that was part of the ninja quest line. Okay, but is this any closer than that is? By a little bit, I guess. Doesn't shave off much time, though. So let's see. Now for this quest, let me just pull up this quest really quick. It's not giving me the quest. What was the person's name? Aisha. Of the Radiant Blood. Radiant Blood Initiation, that's it. Place is somewhat a maze, so you might have to backtrack. Oh boy. They're right, that is kind of a maze. That doesn't look that bad. I can memorize that. Is this it? It's just it's just a glowy thing on the ground. Alright. That's fine. Let's see. Yeah, that's easy. Let's see. So we just go through that way, and then we need to ensure that we go through the bottom one. And it goes straight south. Alright, let's wing it. I have seen enough that I think I know essentially the way through this entire dungeon. The wiki says that it's kind of a maze, but with just one look at the map, I know exactly where I'm going. Probably, maybe. I might get lost like 5 or 6 times, but that doesn't mean that I don't know where I'm going. It just is just completely unrelated. Believe me. So we go to the bottom here, around this way. Okay, now here's the only one I didn't memorize. Please go right. I remember the turn. I was like, do I go right or left? I forget. Because, yeah, you go down this way, and then the key should be at the back here, because I don't have lock picking on this character. Which is, once again, still kind of probably a mistake. My buffs are still doing fine, right? Ugh. Not quite. But, you know, we'll be fine. Aren't these the same Moorsmen that are on, No, these are Blighted Ardent Moorsmen, because I believe the Moorsman Isle place has Ardent Moorsmen. I don't know if it's these ones exactly, or if it's a different one. So do you guys have the key? No. It's down here somewhere. Is it in a chest? Oh, it's just on the ground. Okay. Kind of assumed it would be on one of the enemies. That's why I killed them. But, you know, we're fine. We got the key. So now we go back up and go the other way at the turn. And from there, I didn't really memorize it, but we'll... Oh, we don't even need to go that way at the turn. We need to go back up the turn. Okay. That's good, because I would have been very lost if I hadn't recognized that. Alright, back up here. But now we know where we're going. Kind of. We'll be fine. So go back up to here. And then this way. Oh. That's not fun. You know, I'd signed up for Moorsman, not Sclavis. Was I just supposed to keep going? Not sure. No, this is the dead end right there. That's fine. We go back this way. We're supposed to have gone down that side passage we passed. This way. Ignore the surface portal. Go around here. Open the door. Steal their precious artifact. Maybe. Ah. I got it. Very good. Now we just need to escape with our lives, which should be pretty easy, seeing as how these guys are not very scary at all. Although, I mean, look at that. They did 12 points of damage, but the augmentation prevented a crit. See, that would have been devastating. That would have been done like 24 damage. Can't be having that. 24 damage out of my 300 health. Oh no. They have sabotaged us by taking our mana. We don't have enough to Lifestone Recall. Whatever will we do? Yeah, I don't know. I plan B, I guess. Aphis Lassel Portal Gem, just get us straight there. I mean, if we don't have the mana to do a recall, then I don't know what I'll do other than just wait for mana. Back to Zykel, right? Yeah, because that's where the quest giver was. That asked for the mana shard. You can also read this. How long is this? Only 4 pages. We can read that. Hey, you. Take a gem. Thank you. Ah. We get an armor writ, treasure key, and a handbook. And I can go in the portal. I only get 300 mil. It's pretty nice. Ah, the good old familiar society hub. So first, let's go turn in this armor writ, because might as well. Although, can we even turn it in for anything? I think so. You can do the first 2, right? We already have gloves with a legendary on them, so let's try to get some boots with something decent. Epic armor tinkering, epic legend bane. If that was epic legend ward, it might be decent, but nothing. But that's fine. Not all pulls are winners. And now we are an initiate. That's great. I mean, it's not nearly as fulfilling to be here as the lowest rank as it is to be on my other character, who is, I think, already a lord. We did the lord test last time, I think. And we get a treasure key, which I don't think these give anything good, but we can check. I think that's over here, right? Use the treasure key for one of these. Let's use it to see if we can get some decent missile weapons. Major strength, not good damage modifier. Major endurance, halfway decent melee defense, halfway decent damage modifier, pretty good elemental damage bonus overall. I already have another piercing weapon lined up, and this doesn't really cut, I don't think. Or if it does, it's just barely. Might as well. Just in case the other one that I'm trying to get doesn't go through, this would be a adequate replacement. But that was the key. I was just looking for the missile weapons. Nothing else in there really concerns me. Because I don't think those can have legendaries. I think those are tier 7, so they can only have up to epics. These, apparently, were updated to have up to legendaries, because I have one at the house that has a legendary on it. So, that's pretty good. But these ones I don't think can. Which is weird, because the armor chests are 25 society tokens per pull, whereas the equipment chests are 50 society tokens per pull, which is really expensive. So I've always wondered why that's a thing. Like they don't drop nearly as good a loot, and yet they're twice the price. Like I can't imagine doing a full day of dailies just to be like, oh boy, opening a society equipment chest. Like I don't think it has good enough stuff in there for that. But let's see. Let's just throw you in with these. Because, yeah, these ones, 15 bludgeoning, 160 modifier, which is the pretty decent part. This one had major defender, which brings this up to 18 melee defense, I believe. Yeah, increases it by 5%, so that's pretty decent. Not the better of the two, though. This one has the epic coordination, 17% melee defense, 1.5% magic defense, which is very nice. Slightly higher modifier, and decent elemental bonus. The elemental bonus could be higher, though. And this one, legendary weapon tinkering, which wouldn't normally be good, except this is my tinkering character, so it's decent. 20% melee defense, 17 elemental bonus, and 155, which isn't bad for an Ataladdle, but probably could be better. Same here, 18 piercing, 157, 14 melee defense, but legendary coordination, which is why I got this. Which is very good because coordination is the main stat for ranged weapons, I believe, so. Yeah, major defender on this, as well as melee, missile, and magic defense bonuses, which is very nice, but the offensive capabilities are not great. So this is a very defensive weapon, not a very offensive one. But yeah, those are the perspective choices I have for missile weapons currently. Hoping to get some better ones, and hopefully I'll also be able to rend some stuff. So they're not just their baseline stats, they'll actually get a bit improved. Let's just chuck everything we're not wanting in here, including our spare jewels that were not the correct ones. These two we're just selling, these are getting rid of. This can go in there. Oh, we want these to be shoved in there somewhere. Good. And all my buffs are running out. Okay. Well, I'm gonna end that there. We got some stuff done. We actually got into the society, which is much further than I thought we'd be getting today. I honestly thought I would be stuck looking for a yellow jewel for like an hour or two, simply because of my history of not having found the yellow jewel in the last hour or two I've been looking for it. But the on-stream farming luck has come through for us once again, and that is good for me, because now my archer's a full-fledged society member and I can start doing dailies on him, which will just be great. But I am hoping to put together a good enough set of society armor, because that would be nice. And having 2 characters in the society will essentially double the speed that I can do that, which should be very good. Although you can only get 1 piece of armor a day on each character, so essentially, so long as I'm doing enough dailies to get 25 of the tokens on each character, it should be fine, which I think doing the Dark Isle only society quests would get that, right? Let's see. Radiant Blood quests. How many tokens do you get for just those starting quests? Let's see. Because it is the Black Coral Collection, right? Unless it's a higher level one. Oh, but you only get 4 trade tokens per. And that's an adept quest. What are the first quests they give you? Dark Isle Delivery, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, initiate level. So Dark Isle Delivery would give you 4 right off the bat. Dark Isle Scouting? Is that? No, that's an adept level. Vayshock, I think that's initiate level, yeah. So you could get 8 from those 2. So, oh yeah, and then there's the, all the Gear Knight ones. So yeah, there's some stuff I can do. I'm betting the initiate level quests, if I do all of them, could probably give me 25 of the tokens a day. But who knows, maybe the math doesn't work out quite that well, and I might need to wait until I'm an adept before I get access to enough of the quests to get 25 a day. But we'll see. I'll have to work on that in the background, because that is a lot of farming that would be required. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.